Good morning. So I would come on this morning and just have some coffee with you and chat about some magical things, if you would like. I know the comments never work right away, so I'm just gonna pull it up right here. If you want to say good morning, let me know where you are. Hey Jay, I want to talk to you in a while. I was doing some meditating this morning and I had an interesting thought, or not a thought, but like a message, and I've never heard of this before, so I'm curious to know what your thoughts are. Good morning, Barbara. If you guys want to just give me a quick hello or good morning so I can see if the comments are working. They didn't take forever to work on the phone, so I'm looking over here at the laptop. They usually work better there. Just let me know. Say hi or whatever. Let me. Oh, wait a minute. Drink my coffee. I'm drinking homemade pumpkin spice coffee this morning. Just having one of those, like, I don't know. I'm so ready for autumn. So ready for autumn. I want to make sure these comments are working before I go into this. So if there's anyone on with me now, if you can just say hi or something. So I was having this meditation this morning. Thank you, Barbara. And I just had this interesting thought that kind of popped into my mind. I've never seen this before. I've done lots and lots of spiritual research. It's been my whole life. So there've been like years where I just get really obsessed and I'll deep dive into like all the research I can find on whatever topic I'm obsessed with at that moment, right? And I've never found this before, so I'm curious what your thoughts are. And I spent the morning kind of like thinking about my own life and thinking about my friends' lives and how it all connects. So I'm curious if you see connections in this as well. So seasons. There's so much wisdom and knowledge around seasons. With the earth seasons, being connected to those seasons. If you have a business, how lining your business up with the seasons can create a successful business. How we as human beings cycle through the seasons as well. We have our own human cycles of seasons: autumn, winter, spring, summer, and so one of the things, and we also, so this is the thing that I was meditating on. So like when I get messages, they're usually in images and emotions, so it's hard for me sometimes to put them in words, so bear with me. So on top of all of that, we all have personal seasons as well. So my season is autumn. My son's season is summer. So you can pick out or not pick out, but you can determine what season you are based on like the color of your skin, the color of your hair, the color of your eyes. There's like all these tests online that you can do. but basically it's like what colors look best on you. So I'm all like, these are my colors. I've always been an autumn person. I've got the dark hair, like an olive skin, but it's not super dark. So like those dark earthy tones have always been best with me. Some people are summer tones, so you'd be good in like light pinks and light blues and like warm, bright colors. Winter tones would be like cool colors, cool blues, cool whites, cool grays, cool purples, stuff like that. So everyone has a personal season, like aesthetic. And so what came up to me in this meditation, hey Katie, Katie, if you can do me a favor and just write something real quick, just so I can see if the comments are working, that would be great. So what came up for me in my meditation this morning that kind of like was just super interesting was so whatever season you are, so I'm going to just use myself as an example. I'm in autumn. If we put our personal season in the yearly season, we'll see how good I can get with my words. Thank you, Katie. Oh, yeah, it's working here. Perfect. And then use that season as the height of our businesses, spiritual growth cycles, all of the things that we're working throughout the year. Use that season as the height of it. So traditionally, if you are looking through the spiritual aspects of seasons and how they connect with human lives, we tend to just go with a one-size-fits-all of winter is rest for everyone, spring is the awakening for everyone, summer is the like abundance of everything, and then autumn is the settling down or the harvesting thing. But I feel like that might not be accurate for everyone, and that's what was coming to me in my meditation. And again, I've never seen this before anywhere, so let me know what you think of that. So what I was thinking, or what I was feeling, was that you choose whatever your season is, your personal season. Again, this is so easy to figure out. There's tons of free tests you can do online if you don't already know. And then use that season, instead of going with the cycle of the one-size-fits-all season year, go with your own season as the height of that. Does that make sense? I know I need more coffee. Hold on. Who's drinking coffee with me this morning? So it was very interesting because as that was kind of coming to me, I was looking back at my own life, and I am a business owner myself. I've always just been self-employed, doing spiritual work and stuff like that. And my successful season is always in the autumn time. Always, always, always. It's always been that. I've always been like really frustrated too, because when I look at all the things, you're supposed to fit in this box, and summer's supposed to be your big season of success. It's never been that way for me, ever. Autumn has always been my successful season. And so then I'm looking at my mom, who is a summer person, and summer is always her successful season. And so then I've been trying to just like pick out different people in my life who have their own business, or who are very easy to see where the cycle is heightened at the most. And it's just been a pattern that I'm personally seeing with everybody. So I'm curious if you know what your season is, and if you have your own business, or, I mean, it doesn't have to be business, it can be anything, your spiritual growth, your relationships, your just your energy itself. So the thing with being in your season, you're feeling the most connected, you're feeling the most heightened, you're feeling the most energetic. It doesn't matter if it's a winter season, which is like a sleepy season, or like a hibernating type of season. If that's your season, that's when you're going to feel the most awake, right? Does that make sense? So in autumn time, even though autumn is like a ending of cycles and harvesting and just kind of like finding that coziness of beginning to settle down, that's when I'm out walking every day. I have so much energy. I feel so connected. I feel so complete in that season. And so I'm really, really curious. I have a couple people on with me now. I know, Barbara, you can't message here, but if you want to send me a message. And Katie, I'm curious what you think. What is your personal season, if you know it? And then for anyone who's watching the replay, if you want to fill in too, I would love to know if you know what your personal season is. And then if you've noticed how or which yearly season is the best for you. Am I making any sense? I'm really curious to kind of get a broader perspective on this. Because again, I've never found this really anywhere. Katie, do you know what season you are? Or Barbara, do you know what season you are? Good morning, Sue. I'm not sure. I know it's not summer because I'm least productive then. There you go. So maybe spring or winter or autumn. I don't know. Let me look at your... I'm going to Facebook stalk you for a second, Katie, and see if I can maybe... You look good in everything. Perhaps spring. I think you're right. It might be spring. Because you very much can go between like the cooler colors and the warmer colors, like just so nicely. So I think spring might be yours. So how does that feel for you? Do you feel more productive or like things fit better for you in spring? Morning, Sue. I was just explaining that I had a really interesting meditation this morning about how our personal seasons, so like I'm an autumn person, how those are, when we connect with them in the annual season, those are our most productive, most connected seasons. And I'm curious how true that is for everyone else. Sue, I believe you're in autumn season, is that right? You get sad syndrome at the end of winter and then perk up in spring. Right, so I think, Katie, you might be a spring. For sure, right? That would just, it makes sense. Sue, I'm curious about... I would guess for Sue, I guess you're in autumn, and I definitely feel like that season itself fits you, not just physically, but like emotionally and spiritually as well. I hope I'm making sense with all that. Oh, let me see what Barbara said. Barbara is definitely in autumn. I love the cooler weather and the leaves changing. Candles, just a great warmth and good energy and vibe for me. Totally. I'm sorry I have to message you this way. Oh, that's okay. Absolutely. Like autumn is 100% my vibe. Just the colors, the coziness, the air. It's not too hot. It's not too cold. It's absolutely perfect. It's been in the mid to high 20s these last few weeks. And I'm just like dying. I'm like hiding inside because I don't want to go out in the heat. I'm not a summer person at all. Katie, You're in Aries also. Oh, fiery. Is that Aries? That's fire, right? Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Yeah, so spring for you. Sue, I'm not sure, probably as when it's cooling down, I get more done. Exactly. That's what I'm thinking for you, Sue. I think you're in autumn as well. You have similar features that I do, the dark hair, the olive skin. So it's super interesting. I don't know. It's very curious. What do you guys think of that? Do you think when you're looking at your own lives or like your friends' lives, do you think that rings true, or am I just tripping? It's such an interesting concept. Like, I love stuff like this because it helps to push the one-size-fits-all stuff that's out there, right? There's so much information out there these days. So much of it is good, and so much of it is just conflicting, and so much of it is just like completely false. I really think the best thing that we can do is go with what feels right for us and what we are led to connect with and all of that. So yeah, I'm just curious. I'm curious what you guys think of this. And let me know, like, does it even make sense what I'm trying to say with that connection? I think we're definitely more connected to different times of year. Right? It just, I don't know, it makes more sense. Like, not everyone is a summer person. And so much of the stuff that you read about seasons is, like, especially with this New Year thing, like, which I don't agree with anyway, but with New Year being in January 1st, which isn't even accurate, that, like, it puts everybody in that, okay, this is when your new cycle begins, and this is when things are supposed to, you know, start to build up. And like, no, that doesn't fit for everybody, right? It doesn't make sense for everything to fit with everybody. When it gets really cold, I just want to sleep. Yeah. I don't know. I'm like that in the summer. I just want to sleep in the summer. Like, it's too hot to go do anything, and I hate sweating. That's the worst. But too cold is too much. I know, Sue, you're in Vermont, and it gets too cold there. So that I understand. But like a nice snowy day in the winter, I just want to go out and pretend I'm in Narnia or something. Like, I love snowy days. I love the cold. But autumn for sure is the best time for me. I love summer, but it drains me and I have no energy to do anything. Right? That's exactly how I am too. So you guys are the same. Like, summer is not the height of your energy or your business or anything like that. So it's very interesting that we all connect with different seasons like that. Yep, it's a super cold temps I can't handle. Yeah, Vermont's intense. Vermont gets really cold. I remember there being frostbite warnings when I was little, and we would have to run from the car into the grocery store and then like run back. My mom would like have us bundled up to our eyes and just like everything. And it was like, I remember specifically one day it was a 5-minute frostbite warning. If you're outside for 5 minutes, you'd have frostbite. So we literally just had to like run from the car to the store and then run back and then run into the house. And it's too cold. I don't know how you do that. Hopefully it's not that cold anymore. Maybe it was just a bad winter. So what else do you think would connect with that, with the season thing? Like the energy, the business. I mean, I think in general, if we have more energy, then we're going to do more things, right? So of course, like our businesses will be better, our relationships will be better because we'll be out connecting with friends or loved ones or whatever, like doing more stuff, not being stagnant, hiding from the heat or the cold or the mud or whatever season you don't like the most. Yeah, so it just, I don't know, it makes sense. I'm curious to know a little bit more of your guys' thoughts. If you think of like the top 3 people closest to you, if you can figure out what their season is, do you think it also connects? I'm curious what your guys' thoughts are on this. Or if you have more thoughts that like I'm not even thinking of yet. Such an interesting topic. I love it when Spirit just kind of like drops these things and makes me question everything. Oh, which part? I think I'm just talking about nothing at this point. I was just saying that I love how Spirit will drop in these like, I don't even know what to call it, these things that just make you question everything, right? Make you go, wow, that makes so much more sense than the other stuff I've read or heard about. And maybe there is information on that out there. I just have not come across it. Hey Gemma, I live for the summer, but then again, I live on a gray and wet island. You're definitely a summer person though, Gemma. You're coloring, for sure. You're a summer person. I can definitely see that. And it is not that gray and wet. It is so beautiful here. I've never heard more people complain about the weather than the British. It is gorgeous here. We haven't had any rain in weeks. It's been bright sunshine, high, mid, low 20s Celsius. Gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. You guys get just enough rain for it to be beautifully green. Oh, when I first moved here, this is so off topic, and I know I think almost all of you in this chat with me right now are from the UK, so I'm sorry, but when we first moved here, I was so sick of people complaining about the weather because it's gorgeous. It is so beautiful here. You don't have huge storms. It's absolutely beautifully green and lush everywhere. I was so tired of people just like, it does nothing but rain all the time. So finally I Googled it one day. The UK does not even get average rainfall. That's right. You get less than average rainfall. So I tell everyone that, like, stop complaining about the rain. You barely get average rainfall. You get the perfect amount for it to be a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful country. I love it. It's so beautiful here. Yes, super, super lucky. So lucky, it's gorgeous. Try moving to Washington. That's where it really literally rains all the time. No, it's so pretty here. You're definitely a summer person, Gemma, so I can see that summer is your season, physically and spiritually and energetically and all of that. Just interesting things to think about and discuss. We should have more open discussions like this, just kind of get our gears going and reconnect with ourselves on an energetic level and be like, you know, what season am I? And what does that mean for me? Like physically, spiritually, energetically. Because it helps us to connect, right? It helps us to connect with who we're supposed to be, who we are. It's a nice way to start out the morning. But yeah, that's my thought for the morning. And I'm so ready for autumn already. We haven't even really had summer yet, and I'm already ready for autumn. Got my pumpkin spice coffee. We've been looking at rainy day autumn pictures and cute cuddly things. All right, Katie, see you later. I'm so ready. Ghost hunting. I want to ghost hunt. I think that's what kicked this off for me, because I did like a ghost walk a few weeks ago. And I love that stuff so much. It's been years since I've done ghost hunting and paranormal investigation and all that stuff. That used to be a huge part of my life for so long. I miss that. I'm in the perfect country to do more of that. I haven't yet. Gemma and I did, oh, Gemma, you weren't at the castle, were you? We were doing a ghost hunt in a castle up near Scotland. That's right. Yeah. Chillingham. Thank you, Gemma. Last year, and it was amazing. It was so good. It was so nice to do that again. I can't wait for that stuff again. I mean, you can do it all year round, right? It doesn't have to be in the autumn time. All right, I have a meeting that I have to get ready for. I hope you guys have an amazing day. And those of you that are going to watch the replay, let me know your thoughts on all of that. Let me know what your season is and all of that. Yeah, Gemma, you came to see me at the fire walk. We will definitely have to do a ghost hunt together soon. I don't know if I'll make it up for solstice, but we'll see. Thank you. You too. I'll see you guys later. Bye.